velvet voice of Jedi Johnson narrates the way, and the ever-steady Styx point shall rot away your brain. Bad to the bone, bruise the fur, and pick up the days on days, and the great down covers Boba Fett's have bad writing to slay. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage. The qualified, we are prepared.
And hello.
Bring it back.
Welcome to another brand new episode of The Qualified. I'm your cousin Jedi. We don't know where Dom and or Styx is, but I am joined by the architect, joesduelin. We think Styx may be at a con.
I believe Styx is has a girlfriend in the Niagara Falls area.
He has a girlfriend in Canada.
Yeah, I know he's at the con this week. Maybe he'll pop in. I can't imagine his bandwidth on his phone being any worse than at his house.
He's traveling with Bruce, I think, right? Didn't Bruce go with him?
I don't know, probably. Those border kids are crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll talk here. We'll break the ice a little bit while we see if maybe Dom wants to join us, or
we gave him the link this week.
Yeah, no excuses this week. I was telling Joe before the show started. So if you're a regular here on the show, you will notice a little bit different orientation to my office here. My man cave is. So I got a new desk this week. Tossed the old one. Brought in a new desk. I got one of them desks that raises and lowers and stuff. So moving into this century, I guess, or this decade. But I was telling Joe, anytime like I took the old one out, suddenly I had this new vision for this room of how I wanted it to look, make it a little easier to get access to books and whatnot, so that I could do streams on whatnot. So in order to get this desk in here, because it's not small, I had to take everything out of the room. And like I said, Joe, you never know how much shit you got until you have to remove it from one place.
Yep.
And the only place I had to stage it while I was, vacuuming and stuff, this place hadn't had a good vacuuming forever, and was in my our bedroom, my wife's bedroom, and she was at work. So I'm like, I've got to get this stuff done before my wife gets back. If she comes home and sees all this comic books and short boxes and stuff just stacked on top of the bed, she's gonna have a fit. So I had to get it done. Got it done. Couldn't take a nap because I had to get shit done. Had stuff all over the bed anyway. Couldn't take a nap even if I wanted to. But got it done. I was exhausted. This was on Wednesday. I was exhausted yesterday. I'm still sore. Joe. Muscles just aren't used to that kind of.
Like I say, you cross that 50 Rubicon, and everything fucking hurts. Doesn't matter what you do. You sleep wrong, it hurts. Yeah, you eat wrong, it hurts. Everything just fucking hurts. Yeah, it sucks.
I got it all done. Looks nice in here. So you get a little different. You can see I was telling Joe's like, oh, I'm not used to seeing that baby blue, powder blue. Well, I was like, yeah, that wall was that color when we moved in here. I refused to paint it. I'm like, I'm not painting this freaking wall. It is just gonna stay baby blue. So yeah, behind me I've got a couple of my Vampy stuff back there. Some Marissa Pope on the wall. I have probably showed it once. That's a EOM right there.
That's gotcha.
EOM.
Nice.
Original art. So,
OA is hot, man.
Always good.
OA is hot. Nice. Sweet. Well, I guess we're just gonna get into it.
I guess it's just us today.
Yeah, Dom. I don't know. Maybe Dom will show. I don't know. I think he had something in Pennsylvania. I thought he had said he had something in Pennsylvania last week, but he never really followed up with that. So either way, here we go.
I'm drinking. I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day.
All right, welcome to Just Looking In on The Qualified, where I decided to just show some books I like. Why not? Jedi, I know I've just been disappointing you week after week here. I tried to do a little better this week.
You did send me a good Kickstarter this week, so I'll give you a. I don't know if I'm going to back it yet, but that Kickstarter was like, holy crap!
There's a lot of good stuff in there. A lot of good stuff.
What was it called? Something to do with feet. It was like the whole thing was about feet. It was all feet.
That was the roller derby one, not the feet one. The roller derby one was the good one. That one had the Dravacus in it. I backed the feet one. It had a Luana Vecchio.
It had a Yum cover too. Not my favorite Yum, because she was wearing fishnets in the Yum cover. I know you like fishnets. I'd rather see the bear tootsies, but so I haven't decided yet on that one. I did back the other one, the roller derby one you sent. I did back that one now.
That was a good one. So this week I was watching OTAs all week. We're getting ready for football season. I was like, you know what? Let's do cheerleaders. Why not? Let's focus on some good cheerleader covers. So starting off here, let's go with Zombie and versus Cheerleaders, number 4. The cover B from Moonstone. Wonderful Dean Yeagle cover for all you Mandy fans. I am a Dean Yeagle collector. I collect Yeagle's shit whenever he has it, even though the last Kickstarter I funded a year and a half ago still hasn't been fulfilled yet. A little disappointed in that, but
I got a couple like that. I'm starting to wonder about.
Yeah, but I love Yeagle covers, and this is one of my favorites. It was very hard because there's a lot of good stuff in Zombies versus Cheerleaders out there, but
I don't think there should be. I bet there's a movie called Zombies versus Cheerleaders, or
I would hope so.
Cheerleaders versus Zombies. I bet you there is.
I hope so. I
should look into that. Get our researcher Tyson on that. Our horror researcher Tyson.
Next up on our list, I got a little Joe Picar from Irresistible 2. This was a Zenoscope book. This was the Dragon Con exclusive from 2012. I love Joe Picar, and it's just a nice little cheerleader cover. I'm not going to complain. I love me some Picar. Next up, I like to stick with the theme and carry things. I like that thread. To go through the show.
You like a little bit of a segue.
Yeah. So Chilling Adventures of Sabrina number 5. This was the second printing. Hack did amazing covers on this whole series, but there was a fun Madam Satan's Cheerleaders cover on here as well. So you get a little Sabrina on there and you get Madam Satan. Next up. This is a hardcover. I've been
through
a little bit here.
Look between the covers on a cherry and see what's in there.
Pretty much what you see on the cover there. It's Wells's stuff is what you see on the cover is pretty much what you get inside. It's fun. Just think of Filthy Archie. There you go. But the Cherry Collection number 3 from Last Gasp has a nice Larry Wells cherry cover to meet our cheerleader criteria for the week. Next up, the other cheerleader series being Flesh-Eating Cheerleaders from Outer Space. Also a series that has a lot of fun covers and a lot of Gregbo covers, by the way. So this is number 1, the second printing. This is put out by Dren, so good luck finding it sometimes. Good old Gregbo cover. I like me some.
I'm not used to seeing. I can see Gregbo now that you brought it up. I can see it, but before the color palette's a little different than what I used to
it's a little muted.
Gregbo, a little. Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, but I enjoy some Gregbo. So next up,
like a lot of horror movies. You just cheerleaders and horror movies just kind of go hand in hand.
Oh, it's just like peanut butter and jelly, baby.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I had to throw some Liberty Meadows in here. Liberty Meadows number 2 from the original Insight run. Frank Cho. Brandy's the best. I love this Liberty Meadows run, the Image Liberty Meadows run. It's some of Cho's best stuff. It's really, really great. And I believe the next one might be the last one, which was something I threw in specifically for Jedi here. Nope, not yet. Although I think you will enjoy this. We've talked about Faye Dalton a lot. So I had to throw in a little Red Sonja and Vampy meet Betty and Veronica #1 in 2019. Nice Dynamite cover. There's a handful of cheerleader covers in this, but this one is one of my favorites from that run.
Sonya looks thrilled to be there.
Yeah, she's badass. She's not going to dress like a cheerleader. She doesn't deal with that bullshit. But I got me some Betty and Veronica in there, and it's a good Vampy.
Okay.
Yeah, Fate Alt stuff is always fantastic. And now I think the last one is coming up next, just for Jedi. There we go. Spider-Man the Incredible Hulk from 1982. Nice John Romita Sr. cover with the Dallas cheerleaders on it there. You got the cowboy cheerleaders there for you. So there you go.
There was one time when I was trying to collect like comic book covers that had either the Cowboys or Cowboys related. I never seen this one though. I mean,
this was an insert.
It was an
insert.
Short phase.
Yeah, this was an insert in the Dallas Times. Yeah, as it was a comic insert in the Dallas Dallas Times Herald. So it was a nice little advertising supplement in there. So not an easy one to come by, especially in good shape. But definitely fun. We got some cheerleaders for you there. So who do we got hanging out with us this week, Jedi?
Well, because of last week, I actually went and took a snapshot earlier before the show started, a couple of hours before, but it seems to jive with what I'm seeing here. So GT Key Comic coming in first, grabbing the gold this week, but he wasn't greedy this week. He was like, you know what? I've got the gold. I'm gonna pump the brakes, see who else wants to climb on this podium with me. And we've got Patrick coming in with the silver. Wrong button pressed. Okay. Maybe he didn't mean to be here.
Hey, either way, hey, you're on the podium this week. You're on the podium this week, sir.
And Tyson bringing home the bronze. My comment didn't stick either, nerdy. Happy Friday, gentlemen. Well, it's good enough for third. Good enough for third, Tyson. All right, who else we got? We've got Nerdy. What's up, Nerdy? Always a pleasure.
Yeah, go sub up to Nerdy. He's close to 500 subs.
Yep.
So go sub up to
Sub him up.
Comics. Get him to 500.
Maybe me and Nerdy can do some sort of live stream on his channel from Dallas Fan Expo over there. I don't know. I'll whisper in his ear. See if we can do something like that. Live from some strip club somewhere. I don't know. No, I think Nerdy probably has kids with him. I don't know. I don't know how old Nerdy's kids. My kids are grown. They'll probably be there with me. They're all legal. They'll probably be like, yeah, strip club. Yeah, we'll finally do a stream with you, Dad. Okay.
You finally give a shit about what you're doing online.
We finally care. Nerdy's here. Okay, we got Nerdy. We've got I say Nerdy's wife might be with him too, so I don't know. All right, we got the always faithful Terry Floyd. Another work night. Have a great show. We appreciate
we'll miss you, Terry.
Say howdy, Terry. The family misses you. We will miss you tonight. GT coming back in again. Just remind everybody that he's the champ. All right, who else we got? I can't see well there. My new desk, my monitor's like swung over there. All right, who we got? Tommy, what's up, Tommy? Always happy to see Tommy. Tyson's apologizing to. No, he's just saying sorry that he had to work. Well, it's good to have work though. Support the habit. Paul Gundrum, happy Friday to the qualified. What's going on, Paul? All right, who else we got? Tyson. I think we hit Patrick already, but Patrick's been waiting 24 hours. I think GT was like it's showing up for GT on mine is like 9 o'clock last night. So I guess that would probably be early morning. I don't know where you are, Joe. I'm not sure where GT is.
He's up.
All right, we got Cosmic. What's up, brothers and sisters? Cosmic.
He was out your way. I believe he was out in Hawaii.
I know he was on another island though. And then one of our viewers here was trying to link up with him, and I think if I messaged the right person on IG, I tried to link him up because Matthew Cologne is he lives on the Big Island, and we used to be a tour guide of some sort, or maybe he was just played tourist when people came to visit. And he was wanting to give Cosmic some best places to see. So
Nice.
I don't know if they hooked up or not. Probably not, because I never heard that they did. But I hope Cosmic had a great time here on the islands. All right, who else we got?
I think Grumpy Gus popped in there at the bottom.
We got Grumpy Gus coming in. Oh, we got Three Rivers. What's going on, Three Rivers?
Yeah, 3 Rivers.
Heading to the con.
Oh, nice.
That might be where. That's not where Dom is he? Dom's not going.
Nah.
Where it's con, is he?
Nah. I think Dom's doing something with the graduation for
All right.
relative.
Dungeon Comic Crawler. What's going on, Dungeon? And still scrolling. I think we hit Grumpy. Did we get Grumpy? Oops. Okay. I don't know. I lost Grumpy. There, evening all. There's Grumpy. Going on, Grumpy. And I think we got
That's
Nerdy
everybody.
already. I think that's it. If we missed you, we're sorry. We'll try to do better again next week.
Well, I think you have a stack. I think you have a stack of pickups, Jedi.
Oh, I do.
I don't
Yeah,
really
you
have
said you
shit
didn't
this
have
week.
anything, which is crazy.
I got one printed.
So a
I'll
couple of
show.
these I might have shown already. This is these are magazine size comics. Some of these I may have shown already, and somehow they got back into the stack that I just don't know what to do with because they are magazine size, and I don't know what to do with them. But we got a Party Girl, Monster Girl Beach Party, 50-foot woman.
I love those, but those are the large sizes, aren't they?
Yeah, these are big. We've got the Frankenstein. Let me pull that back a little bit. This one I might have shown already. This is Squirrel Girl, I guess.
Yeah, there's the
And yeah, the Yum with the naughty on the other one. We've got another Frankenstein, and I can't show you the other side because I forgot to. Here, let me
Sticker it up.
See if I can dom this thing up. Yeah, I forgot to sticker it up. All right. Got some signed lyrics. So these are the Penthouse, the lyrics cover off the Penthouse.
Nice.
And I forgot to.
I don't like how Penthouse just went away. I don't like how that magazine just went away.
I got that one too. Damn it. And there's just damn it. I'm just unprepared. And there's a Suspiria also.
There we go. Nice signed.
But I forgot to cover. All right. I think I actually did cover these. So this is, I mentioned that Garrett Gunn was doing this. So I think he's doing it a lot for maybe the cons, but he's coming out with exclusives. He's called them. So you've heard if you watch Whatnot a lot, you know what rip or ship is, right? We'll either rip it for you here or we'll just ship it for you, like with blind bags or whatever. We'll rip it for you and show you what you got, or we'll just ship it to you and you can rip it at home. Well, Garrett, being the clever guy that he is, has a ship or rip. So he's flipped it, and you either buy it. All these comics are limited to 25. Whatever does not sell out of the 25, he rips up right there on the comic with you. Just rips it, or right there on the stream. He'll rip it up at the end of the stream. So it starts off as 25. This one actually ended at 11. So there are only 11 copies of this that survived the rip. This is Fangers. I think this is Garrett's cover. Fangers.
Nice. Got a little bounce to your camera today.
Oh yeah. Damn dust. We'll get used to it. This one was because I keep putting my arm on it. This one's only 14 out of 25 survived the rip on this one.
Nice little swamp thing homage.
All right, so here is Poulat, Vampirella. We got that one.
Nice.
We've got that one. This is a joint cover with Red Sonja. We'll get to the Red Sonja eventually.
I do like his
And we
vampies.
have the Virgin. This is the 616 exclusive. Here's the Red Sonja.
He does a nice Red Sonja too. I definitely can't complain about either.
I can't remember the artist, but I remember the cover. Vampirella.
Always like when she's on the
Some
throne.
Shikari Red Sonja.
There we go. At least the top's on.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the nips with Red Sonja. At least not on legit Red Sonjas. Some flops. Finally got my flop. Well, I've had it
You
in for
got
a
your
while.
Brandis. There you go.
These are the ones I'm going to throw out Styx's way for New York Comic Con, so we can get
Nice.
hopefully get him
Flops,
to sign it.
signatures.
We got the Red Sonias.
Red Sonias are nice. I was happy with those. They came out nice.
Got some Jamie Tyndall. This is also a joined cover with Vampirella. We'll get to a little bit more of the sexy stuff here in a little bit. This is just more Shikari, Red Sonja. These are all, I'll tell you, I did some 616 stuff orders come in. Here's the Drax Gal. I believe Drax Gal's first Vampirella, I believe.
Nice.
And did a Draculina cover for that as well.
Nice.
Some more Shikari.
Sweet.
Oh, you know what? I didn't. Damn it! You have to wait till next week. I thought I had a Kickstarter in here, but I don't.
Nope.
We're going to end with Shikari, or Shikari Vampirella. That's all I have this week. The other one I threw back in the stack, and it didn't make the cut this week.
I got nothing. I'll show you a nice Sveta little print. I'm happy about that. I like getting these smaller prints. They're I got a lot of them. I have to put them all up in a nice little frame at some point. I started framing some of my stuff, but it's on the opposite. It's on the opposite side over there. So all my Steve Mannion stuff and some Bruce Timm stuff. I gotta organize.
You got to take everything on that side of the room and move it to this side of the room, Joe, so that we can.
I do, but I got that Gauntlet movie poster, and it's a Frazetta, and I can't bring myself to move it anywhere else. I just love it in the background. All righty, well let's get into it. Let's get into it here. There we go. All right, so for an hour later, let's see. So for this week, I like the second printing. I like Paulo Rivera a lot. I actually read the Bizarro this week. It's on my reading list. So I like his covers a lot. I love Bizarro covers. So I did throw the Year None second print on there of number one. The art inside is also really fantastic. It's a fun book written by Kevin Smith. Also had to throw in that Tomorrow Girl 19, the cover B, the Reform School Girl homage cover there with Tomorrow Girl. Tomorrow Girl, it has been killing it on like some fun B covers lately. Pretty soon we're going to be getting the Hughes homage cover. They've been really, really good, and they're not always easy to find. You could normally pre-order them pretty easily from places, but once they're out, they're not overly easy to find. And last but not least, I know I hate blind bags, but there is a Greg Hildebrand icon version in the Vampirella #1 blind bag, and I like Hildebrand.
I like that cover.
He's no longer with us. It's a good classic Vampy cover. So that's what we have for now. For later, Ghost Pepper 14, the 1 in 25. That's a hot Ben Oliver variant. That is a good cover. I like it. Ghost Pepper 1 in 25s have been good. The Jan Coletto ones and this Ben Oliver one. They've been really, really good. I think they'll be sought after. I think a lot of people like the series. I know Nerdy loves the series. I enjoy it. It's been a fun read. I'm happy that they're continuing with it. And for an indie to get to number 14, I'll take it. Next up, I got Gun Honey Doubles Down #3. They released the covers for 3. The Tahani Farr cover always does great covers. There is a naughty version of this, which is actually a slightly different pose, standing over the person shot in the face. But I don't. There's so many good Gun Honey covers, so many exclusives. It's a little ridiculous. Even for me, Like I literally have to start a new short box for just for my gun hunting stuff. Not even hard case crime. I used to keep my hard case crime and my gun hunting stuff all together in a box. Now I'm to the point where all the other non-gun hunting stuff is now in a separate box because gun hunting takes up a whole short box. And last but not least, Zatanna number 5, the Nimit Mavalia variant. I'm a sucker for the fishnets. I'm a sucker for Zatanna cover. That's just fun. I like Zatanna.
Yeah, you love your Zatanna. And any sort of traveling will do this, but it just seems like coming back from any place where you're going to be in the sun. And if you just got back, I think I don't know how was the weather? Sometimes people come to Hawaii thinking it's just going to be sunny every day, and it rains a lot here. Hopefully you got plenty of sunshine, but sun and beach, salt water will drain you quick. So I imagine you are exhausted and you need a vacation from your vacation, Cosmic. But I'm glad you had a good time.
And
sweet
for
death covers. Sorry, trying to catch up on some chat here. Sweet death covers.
Oh, the Will Jack stuff.
That's the new Will Jack cover. Yeah.
Yeah. The Kickstarter.
I've only seen the Will Jack cover. That's the only one I've seen.
The Kickstarter's up, so there's
Kickstarter's up. Yeah. There was no Dravakis, so I don't think I backed that one.
For my tops and tails this week, I'm going with there's going to be a Heavy Metal Extreme Futurism special number 1. It's a nice Marco Turini cover. It's just a beautiful cover. Heavy metal.
Yeah, that's probably going to be magazine size, right?
Yep, it definitely is.
Yeah.
But
I gotta get. I need to get. I only have one, and it's full. I need to get another magazine short box because I have some more Vampirella, Bronze Age Vampirella. This should be here next week, and I need a place to put all that shit.
Yeah, mine's full, unfortunately, and I need to get another one myself. I'm starting to cram stuff in there a little too much. But yeah, Heavy Metal, like I said, it never lets me down. It's a beautiful cover, and a cool cover. And you got one. I got 2 feet there in 2 different places. It's nice. I'm not going to complain. So,
okay, I just noticed that.
Yeah. See the hands going down there at the bottom, and it's coming out on the left, and the foot's going up top, and it's coming out right. Fun stuff.
The volcano's been very active, Cosmic. So hopefully you got some good volcano viewing while you were here. I have not been to the Big Island. I'm embarrassed to say, so I need to get over there one of these days.
All right, who we got this week, Jedi, for our lovely lady of the week?
I can never remember until you bring it up. I want to say Carrie Key. Is that right? Carrie Key. Carrie Key. So again, 2 weeks in a row, we've gone more traditional, sexy but traditional cosplayer. This week, I had to put some little reminders in here who it was. So this was Resident Evil Ashley Graham for Resident Evil gamers out there. Might recognize her. I didn't. But have Ashley. And we also have Ada Wong, which I think I've heard of Ada Wong. I think I just remember that from the movie, I think. Ada Wong cosplay. Wasn't that the main character in the movie that what's her name played? Was that Ada Wong, or am I wrong? I don't know.
I do not know.
Yeah.
I just
and then we have we got some Gwenpool. Very bright Gwenpool.
Nice.
Miss Key does. We also have some Gwenum. I guess Gwenum. It's not Spider Gwen because she's venomized.
Yep.
We have some Catwoman. She does pretty good Harley Quinn, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a little on the thin side for Harley, but still not bad. I don't know. And then we got some One Piece, really diving, getting outside of my lane, outside of my wheelhouse here on some of her characters that she did. So we have Boa Hancock. I do recognize this character from the live action though. I think she has one of the best powers, actually, in my opinion, if I remember right.
I must say I have never watched a One Piece.
Yeah, she's got her power is that she can like make hands come like and just out of nowhere and just grab and hold you, and I think that's it. I don't know, something like that. And then we have the only reason to watch One Piece, in my opinion, is
yes.
Yeah, I can't even read it. Nami. I was gonna say I put it up there and now I can't read it. Nami is the only reason to watch One Piece, in my opinion. But then we have, especially in the bikini, which we haven't gotten in the live action yet, but maybe someday. And I'm sorry, I went too far. That's the last one, Nami. But Dom's not here to enjoy it, but I guess we'll roll it anyway. We just zipping right through this today without.
I know we're gonna have a short show, and that's fine. It's Friday.
I got a couple of movies. I remembered to write down all the movies that I watched this week. So
I wish I would have remembered to write down the ones I watched this week because I forgot completely.
A couple of them I couldn't get through, and I know you're gonna tell me I should stick it out, but I don't know if I will.
That's all right. Well,
all right, you gonna run it or we?
It's time for the That's Not a Comic. That's not a comic. Salia comic. Salia. It's time for the That's Not a Comic. That's not a comic. Salia comic. Salia comic. Oh, Sale of the week.
All right, so this week, I don't know where these inspirations come. So far, God help me, give me. It's just week by week. Every week, I'm like, just get me through another week. Get me through another week. So this week was Kool-Aid packages that are like vintage, I guess. And the cool thing from this for me was the names, what they call some of these things. That I don't drink Kool-Aid anymore. My wife. I don't know if it's something just that you grow out of, or my wife just says I ain't buying that. But when you were growing up, everybody drank out of the packet. You drank these little packets, right? You mix it with water or whatever. So I never knew, because my mom would never buy them, that you could actually, they come already. Some of them are sweetened already. My mom would always buy the unsweetened ones, and then she'd mix in
sugar or whatever
sugar with me. Yeah, but
the rich kids had the one that was pre-mixed with sugar. Already.
Yeah, the rich kids. That's how you knew you'd made it, if your parents were buying you the pre-sweetened Kool-Aid. But yeah, I like the names of some of these things. Kind of brought back some memories. Some of them didn't, but this first one is Traviscura. This one didn't bring back any memories, but this is from 1996. So I don't know. My wife did not buy Kool-Aid for the kids either. My wife is like anti-sugar, so. But this one went for $150 on a fixed price back in early May.
Must be a very rare flavor.
It must be. I've never heard of it. Can't even pronounce it. And then we have the Mountain Berry Punch, which I remember that one. That one's ringing a bell. This one's from the 80s. This one pack. So out of all the things we've talked about on here, probably including comics, the upside to Kool-Aid packs is pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
Considering these things were probably, even back in the day, these things were probably what, 10 cents, maybe? I mean, that was maybe on the high end. These things were 10 cents a pack. So this one sold for $90 back in mid-May. And there was also another one that sold for a fixed price of $89 back in just about a week earlier. So I don't know if it's the same pack or not, but
Flavor Aid.
Flavor Aid, yeah. That's the knockoff. That's the knockoff Kool-Aid, right?
The one that just tastes like food coloring.
Yeah, who knows? I do think that my mom, at least she bought me Kool-Aid. It just wasn't this pre-sweetened Kool-Aid. It was the other stuff. But we have this cherry Kool-Aid packet from 1930s, so it says, sold for just under $100 back in late May. And there was a comp of another one. It is
How
yeah.
that one sells for 98, but Mountain Berry sells for 90. Crazy.
You know, the only thing I can think of on that is, and again, Mountain Berry sounds pretty familiar, so I don't know if that was like some sort of like McRib situation where it only comes out for a short time. But the fact that I can remember that one or it sounds familiar makes me think it was maybe a staple and not necessarily one of those flash of the pan type of flavors that they come out with it for a limited period. But another one sold for about 65, a little under $65 earlier in May as well. We have a Great Bludini
I like the Great Blue.
Kool-Aid. This one's from the 80s. This one sold for about $26 and change back in April. We have Berry Blue Kool-Aid back from 88.
The Great Bludini changed colors. That's what made it fun.
Oh, it did it? Okay, so you know,
Yep.
I don't even remember the Great Bludini. I guess that makes sense though. It had a little gimmick to it. The mix it with Everclear. I have heard of that. I don't think I've ever tried it, but I have heard of that. The Berry Blue sold for $45. Again, tremendous upside to the.
We used to soak the cherries. We used to get a bunch of cherries and macerate them up and put them in and soak them in Everclear and drink that.
I want to go out and buy some Kool-Aid and just like stick it somewhere and have my kids find it and be rich one day. I mean, it's insane how much the upside on these little packets. We've got Sharkleberry Kool-Aid from the 90s. This sold for $50 back in mid-April. And we have from the 1950s Lemon Grape, kind of a boring package, but that's okay. Lemon Grape from the 1950s sold for $28 back in late March. We had a Grape Kool-Aid package that had some of the Looney Tunes, or at least had Bugs Bunny on a couple of packages. From
those were the ones that were sweetened. Those were the fatter packets.
Pre-sweetened, yeah, that's diabetes Kool-Aid, I think.
Yeah. Those are the ones that they were thicker.
Considering I'd probably add sugar to it anyway, especially as a kid. But
yeah.
Now this next one, who does that girl remind you
of? It looks like Carol Ann.
Carol Ann, right? Exactly.
Okay,
let me make sure.
It's not her.
Carol Ann Kool-Aid we have here. No, it's not her. This was from the 70s, so probably before Poltergeist. Poltergeist came out in the 80s, I think. But this sold for $23 on a fixed price back in mid or early April. You know, so funny you should mention. So there is a whole kind of, I limited myself to just the packs so that maybe one day if I wanted to do, but yeah, there's Kool-Aid. You probably got them like shipping and free was free, and you had to pay the shipping and handling with like proof of purchase type of things. But yeah, there are the pitchers, there's the plastic drinkware sets, all kinds of like Kool-Aid.
Don't forget the Kool-Aid comics. Stuff. The Kool-Aid comics have some great covers. I
Kool-Aid comics, yeah. I'm sure there's Kool-Aid t-shirts out there that would be cool to own too. So, oh yeah, no one did. Oh yeah, that's good. Tom's not.
No, Cosmic gave us one.
Oh, he did it. Okay, all right.
Yeah, you know the one thing I never came across very often in anybody's house growing up. It was so rare. Tang.
I had Tang. I can't remember if it was at my house or my grandma's house, but I had Tang as a kid, and it did not taste like orange at all.
It was
the drink of the astronauts or whatever they want to say, but it was not an orange drink. I don't care what anybody says.
I wanted it to taste like McDonald's orange drink, because McDonald's orange drink, as a kid going to a birthday party or whatever, they had that shitty orange drink. That I was addicted. I loved that stuff. That's what I wanted it to taste like, but it didn't. And I love Ovaltine. I'm showing my age, but I love Ovaltine.
I don't know if I ever had Ovaltine. That was too expensive of a drink. My wife will make a orange juice, like what is the one nowadays? Not Tang, but Sunny D.
Oh, Sunny D.
For every holiday meal that we host here, my wife's little punch bowl drink that she makes, and it's very popular. People drink the hell out of it. Is Sunny D and Sprite, or 7-Up, either one. Sunny D and Sprite.
Doesn't go with the 5 Alive.
And she'll put some orange slices in there. my favorite part of it, the drink's okay, but I like to wait till it gets down to the bottom, and I'll take the orange slices and eat them because they've soaked up all that. It's freaking, I like that because I'm weird, I guess. But yeah, very popular. All kind of stuff you can do. But Tang, I did have Tang as a kid. I remember it. And I'm not going to say it tastes like shit, but it did not taste like orange at all, I don't think, from my recollection.
No, not at all.
But that's it. Another, the streak continues for another.
I'm happy.
I like to, Joe knows I try to get these done over the weekend because if I have a feeling if I don't get these done by like Sunday evening,
I'm going to send you some sexually or demented.
I just don't feel like I'm going to lose momentum and it may not get done. I think so. Hopefully inspiration strikes again over the weekend and I find something. Or if you got any ideas, please. I know we say this and we hardly ever get any response. We have.
I mean, we've been through a lot. I mean, hell, like I said, I did condom vending machines. I mean, we've run the gambit, but we're going to keep the streak going.
I will just go sit. I used to do it here in the office, but sometimes I would just go sit in random places and look around.
Yep, and be like,
is there anything here that might be collectible? And then I'll just like sometimes inspiration hits, sometimes it doesn't. But it hit last week. Thank goodness. We'll see what happens this coming weekend.
Oh, I did want to bring up that Chuma Hill. That's the Chuma Hill cover there.
Okay.
From the Super Kaiju Rock and Roller Derby Funtime Go Kickstarter that's up right now. That the Dravakis is great as well. The Chuma is hot as hell. I know we covered Girls on Roller Skates as a just looking in.
But did you notice for the Dravakis? For the Dravakis in all of them, they were all nice covers. There was no topless.
And I believe they're all hardcovers. I think they're all hardcovers, or at least they're
okay.
trades, I believe.
Yeah.
But it was a good Dravakis.
I don't know if that's what we're going to start seeing from Kickstarter now because of what's going on. But
I you know what, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm okay with it. Like I said, I keep getting covers like that, like a Chima Hill cover. You keep throwing shit like that up there. I'm gonna be that person that keeps buying it. So well, we got no Styx this week. So we had one more.
Oh, did we have one more? Okay.
Yeah, we had one more.
We got one more. We've got Rainbow Punch Kool-Aid. Sorry, we had already wrapped that thing up. This is from 84, $30.
you went deep into the Kool-Aid
comp.
well.
Yeah, there was another comp of $30 back in mid-May. Purple Saurus Kool-Aid from the 90s, $20 back in late April. And just to kind of finish this up, hopefully this is the last one. I think it is. We have Pink Swamingo from the 90s. It sold for just under $20 back in early April as well. So cool names. Hopefully some of these may be brought back some memories of a.
Check out your grandmother's house in those back closets, back
in
pantry.
The pantries. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, especially
sometimes that stuff falls back somewhere, and you might find old pack of Kool-Aid.
That would be. This would be like the equivalent. This would be like as far as like what you probably put into. Well, maybe not. I don't know, but this would be like almost in the Kool-Aid world of finding an AF-15 at the back of a filing cabinet, right? if you go to your grandma's pantry and you find whatever that first one was that was like $150.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
I'll be happy.
Take the family out to a good dinner.
Not bad. All righty. Well, for our little spotlight this week, I figured I'd go with Sabrina covers. I did cheat a little bit. I said 99 covers.
Styx.
Yeah, Styx.
I made you see that, Styx.
I did put together 99 covers if you don't include the couple intro slides. And my problem was I got to 99 and I was like, there are a few more I want to show. So I will show the physical copies of the ones that I want to show. So there will be a deck of 99 covers. So I did do it correctly. If you're interested in Sabrina, that Archie's Madhouse 24, I believe, was your first introduction to Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Not on the cover, but inside. You got that nice splash page now, which has been dropped as a facsimile cover on a few things in some different ways. And then her first cover is also in Archie's Madhouse, 27 or 26, I believe. I can never see the numbers on these damn things because I always like to just put the month very prominent, but not the actual number of these issues. So you get her on the cover there, eating some cereal, and that's where you get your first Sabrina cover. She showed up throughout Madhouse a lot. She pops into a couple of the other titles as well, but the first true Sabrina the Teenage Witch run within Archie has all of the good classic covers that you love. You got her on the couch. That's been homaged a few times as well. You get is it Delia, the head witch? She shows up on a handful of covers, always fun. Threw this one on the right in here for Styx because I forgot he wasn't going to be here.
Falling?
Where? No, it's just it's kind of dangling there. It could be. She's using her powers. Everything's kind of floating.
Oh, she's using her powers. Okay.
Yes, see, because the drink is floating there for her.
All right, got it.
Yeah, you got a fun cover on the right where you can get your Dracula, Wolfman, and Frankenstein on a cover with Sabrina as well.
No mummy. Sorry, Six.
No mummy. Like I said, I like the Delia, the head witch covers as well. They're always fun. Like I said, you get your obligatory bikini covers like most Archie collectors will hunt for. But like I said, she also shows up in Laugh and shows up in one or two Betty and Veronica covers, some Jughead as well. You had a later series.
Are there any like very well known double entendre Sabrina covers, or those?
There's not really a ton. There aren't really. I did enjoy this. There was a run when the Melissa Joan Hart series started of Sabrina the Teenage Witch from Archie, and Melissa Joan Hart was photoed on very prominently on a lot of the covers from like 1 through 25 or something like that. And then as the series went on, they kind of pushed her out into like, she's in the basketball one. She's there. There's a little cutout of her just sitting in the stands of Melissa Joan Hart.
Oh, okay.
And then they just kind of pushed her up to the corner box through that Sabrina series. So
okay, I see her now. I was like a Waldo thing there for a minute. I was like, where is she at? Okay, I see her.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just fun to see how they did that because, like I said, Melissa Joan Hart was like front and center on all of the covers initially, and then they just started to kind of just bury her in the cover, and then she just made it to the corner box.
It was weird because when you when Joe comes out, Joe will come out like usually. Well, he wants it to be early. He likes it to be earlier in the week. Yes. Sometimes it's not till later in the week. Just depends on when inspiration strikes. But when you sent this out earlier this week, it's like on Monday or Tuesday, you let us know, like, hey, we're doing Sabrina covers this week. And this is one of those that I kind of have to remind myself that I'm not the only person in the hobby, because I kind of saw it and I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't super excited about it. I was just put it that way. I wasn't super excited about it.
The Archie collectors out, and like I said, the reason I did this is there's going to be a new Sabrina title coming from Oni Press coming out in a few months. So we're getting a new Sabrina title.
Well, people read it, so people still read Archie, and
Oh yeah,
I know you see the covers, like Mellow Man on.
Now you'll see some Mellow covers here. He bangs out.
He does a lot of them. I'll see them on his whatnot.
A lot of Dan Parent stuff, and you'll see.
And I have to remind myself, like, I guess people still read this. Still read it, I guess.
I like the modern Archie stuff. They've taken some different paths and had some different stories where it's gotten away from your basic kind of Archie story. The Archie meets Kiss, fun crossover. You get a little bit of Sabrina on the covers there as well. Got a nice Francavilla cover in the middle there. And Archie Afterlife, the Archie horror stuff is fantastic.
There are better TV covers.
I didn't stick with a lot of the old stuff. I mean, it's not like going through the old Archie stuff where there's a ton of double entendre covers that are fun, and Archie covers. I love seeing the DeCarlo stuff, and it's fun. But a lot of the later stuff is really good. And the Archie horror stuff, when they started doing Archie horror crossover style comics, they were good, and the stories were good. A lot of the Sabrina stuff and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina and stuff like that are really good. But on the far right here, we got some Afterlife with Archie. There's a Peepoy variant there. There was a convention exclusive for Afterlife with Archie, which is a great Sabrina cover. And a lot of these, Archie does a ton of one-shots. So you get a lot of weird Archie one-shots, and nowadays you just get a shit ton of exclusives with them as well. So we got an Archie Adventures. This was from Archie 700. We got a nice little Batgirl homage there on the Sabrina cover. There was a trade. Nice. Veronica Fish does a lot of nice Archie covers. You got a little Archie and Sabrina there. You recently had a God, I can't remember the name of this title. It might have been Game Up, where you had a Poulat wraparound exclusive.
Poulat, okay.
Yeah, with the Archie covers. See, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, Jedi. I know what I'm doing.
Poulat, yeah. A little more interesting, but
Poulat's good. Sam Payne. I love Sam Payne. He does a lot of Archie exclusives and things like that as well. You got The Witch That Stole Christmas there with a nice Sabrina cover. Got a couple, you got a Dan Parent in there in the middle that I believe was an exclusive. And I still can't find. This says Chilling Adventures of Sabrina #1, but it's not Chilling Adventures of Sabrina #1. I think they threw this out as an exclusive at one point. But again, like I said, I love the Sam Payne stuff. His covers are a lot of fun. There was a series of Adam Hughes from the Wonder Woman cover homages, and you got Sabrina in a few of those. We got a nice mellow exclusive there on the right with Sabrina. And like I said, a lot of the Dan Parent ones are fun. I enjoy the Dan Parent Sabrina exclusives when they do them. So a lot of them tend to be holiday themed in one way or another. You got the good Sam Payne in the middle, which is a nice little Ghostbusters homage.
I like the Ghostbusters. We're gonna talk Ghostbusters, well, kind of later on in the show too. Interestingly enough,
like I said, a lot of holiday themed stuff. So you got the Christmas special there. That was a nice little exclusive that came out. You got a little Josh Burns. You got a little Josh Burns in the middle there. And again, the summer funds. The summer funds are always nice. I like Sam Payne's work. You had Game On, where you had a Sam Payne and a couple. The Dan Parent one, I actually have this full set. You got Sabrina, Betty, and Veronica as a connected cover, which was nice in the arcade. You had
I have that middle one somewhere.
There was a 2-issue Chilling Adventures in Sorcery, which are told by Sabrina. They don't have big Sabrina covers, but she is on the corner on the one issue there. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, though, if you like Hack, and I like Hack, there are a lot of freaking great covers in this. There's exclusives in here, but the Hack stuff that was open order was fantastic.
This book, the one in the middle, was mildly, I think, hot at one time, because I remember getting it. I bought it as it just came in a lot of books I bought. I didn't know what I had. I mean, it was like maybe a $15 or $20 book. Of course, I didn't sell it when it was a $15 or $20 book. I waited and probably sold it when it was like a $3 book. But yeah, this one had some heat on it, I guess, at one point. I don't know if
this is right around the time of the Netflix series. So you had this, you had the second print there on the right. And then every comic shop under the sun, I think there's 50 variants of that one on the left, where whatever comic shop it was just basically had their logo in that top window. So this cover exists plenty out there, but always take a look to see whose exclusive it was, because it shows up in the top there and they all look the same.
Styx is always the little spoon.
You had I think it was a con exclusive there on the Sabrina Chilling Adventures 1 as well. You had the little Netflix promo there. But like I said, all the covers, if you're a Hack fan, the A covers are great. The B covers, some of these kind of old style movie poster covers are beautiful. Like I said, the whole series is good. Like I said, I'm a big Hack fan, and like I said, he nailed it on this series. Some really, really fantastic covers. Some good homage covers. The one in the middle is just an awesome cover. I think
now, is that considered an homage cover to the one cover with the lady?
No, I don't think it is.
Too different. Yeah.
And then you had I believe this was Sabrina Teenage Witch. That was a variant on 9, I believe. You had a Fiona Staples variant on 9 as well. Not the easiest one to come by. A good kind of Hack homage to Sabrina sitting on the couch. Classic Sabrina. You had an Ivan Tal. You had an Ivan Tal cover as well.
Okay.
There was one thing I didn't expect to come across while I was going through this. So I was like, oh, an Ivan Tal Sabrina cover. Nuno Parida.
I haven't seen a prison yet.
No, and I don't think there are any.
You haven't made it, so you've got a prison cover.
I know. Like I said, this was the second print. Laura Braga does some nice Sabrina work as well. You had Fear in the Funhouse, where they did all the Ben Cooper masks.
The Ben Coopers. Yeah, that's cool.
And like I said, a lot of them were all these one-offs. The anniversary special did have the great Dave Stevens homage there. I actually still have several copies of this. I probably should have sold it when it was really hot, but
Who did that first cover on the left? Is that a cow? No, is it?
No, it's not Elias. There are some Elias.
Oh, Elias.
There are some Elias in here. It might be Elias because he did a few of these.
I see it. I can see it now, I guess. Yeah. Hey, there's that homage we were talking about a few minutes ago that I was wrong
Which
about.
one? Oh, yeah.
The one on the right.
And then you had the series, the Archie Forever, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch series, where you had a lot of great covers. You had the Veronica Fish there. You had I Love Stephanie Buscemi covers in the middle. And, of course, you had the Hughes cover, which is probably the only Sabrina book most people have in their collection when they have a Sabrina cover. Salem was back there. What are you talking about? Salem.
I was going to say, I thought we did.
This is about Sabrina. There you go. That damn cat. There's a Salem cover right there.
I've seen a couple of cats. Yeah. He wants Salem to be the.
This ain't a Salem spotlight. This is a Sabrina spotlight. And you got Salem there. You got Salem on all three.
One of these days,
covers.
you're gonna please BK. One of these days, you're not gonna see You're not gonna see it coming. You're just gonna get an attaboy, and we're just all gonna be like deer in the headlights. We're not gonna know. We're gonna be like we're not gonna know how to handle it.
Just have to keep trying. Like I said, you got that's a Chizotis in the middle, and that's a Carla Cohn on the far right.
Oh, okay.
The Hughes does get graded quite a bit. It's a good cover, and like I said, it's one a lot of people have. It's not overly pricey. BK is all about the pussy. But this Sabrina series had some really nice, fun covers on it. Like I said, the series didn't run too long, but it had enough in it to be interesting. I always like a Saturday Morning Post homage, which is always nice. And like I said, a lot of exclusives. Not just Mello, although Mello does a lot of Archie exclusives.
That was our first cover. Okay.
And I'm glad I have that sitting around here somewhere. I think the Sabrina on the left is a Mello exclusive. The one on the right, I think, was Great Wall of Comics. I forget who did the one on the right, but it's a nice Dave Stevens homage. I'll always take a Dave Stevens homage cover. It's just the Dave Stevens fan in me. Like I said, there are a lot of good ones. I mean, some of the best ones, of course, are done by Dan Parent. I do love the Bewitched covers that were done as the exclusives. The Winter Special, very nice. There was nice set of covers there. See, there's
the one on the right.
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. I go through too many goddamn covers to remember. I remember when I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, I won't forget this, and then I always forget it.
Yeah, that's my life right there. That's why I had to start writing down movies. Like last night, I had written down a few, and I'm like, what were they? I was like, damn it, Joe, you just watched it like last night. You can't remember the damn movie. Yeah, that's my life.
Nino Parita did the nice it's Sabrina Witching Hour cover, a little Nick Cardy homage there. There you go, BK. You got a Nick Cardy homage. Be happy. Like I said, the summer specials were great. You recently had the nice reprint here where you got this her first appearance splash page on the cover. A little Josh Burns on the right. He did a double. He did a dark and a heavenly one. So there's one for the Burns on the right in both. I believe that's Greg Horn on the left, or sorry, Greg Land, maybe. Sorry, that's Greg Land.
Okay.
I mix up my Greg sometimes. Like I said, the Archie Forever covers. A lot of fun. Marguerite Sauvage in there.
Whatever.
There's your obligatory. That's a good. See, if you're gonna do an Akira homage, that's the way you do it. She's walking to the broom. It's interesting. Yeah. It's not just a random person walking to a motorcycle for no reason.
Yeah, I just it's like the ASM 300 like homage. This thing is reaching ASM 300 homage level. I think maybe not. Maybe nowhere close, but it's climbing. This thing is everywhere.
Like I said, I like the Sabrina the Teenage Witch covers. They're a lot of fun. There was a nice G.I. Joe action figure style homage as well, which I kind of enjoyed. And like I said, there's your Catwoman homage, your Hughes Catwoman homage, and like I said, the Nuno Parita. Those freaking pop the pop art variants that he does of Archie stuff is fantastic. I'm glad to see Archie is just putting out those Dan DeCarlo ones, which are nice as well. I
just picked up the Vampirella homage to that Catwoman, like the what's his name, Trophy something, Tim Trophy. The artist's name is Trophy.
Trophy. I can't remember his first name. So that's what we have for our Sabrina covers. And just a reminder, the new series will be coming out very soon. Because I showed you 99 covers, I will show you a few of my favorites.
Got 99 covers, but these ain't one.
I enjoy. Yeah, I do. This is my favorite Elias Chisota's cover here. This was Great Wall of Comics. This one was limited to like 200, but it's a great Chisota's cover. There you go. There's your Salem. Got Salem on there, BK. Let's see. We got a little more Nuno. I love the pop art variants. I have the Beetlejuice. I have pretty much all of the pop art variants, but I do love the Catwoman one. And I got the another little limited 200 there. I love the old broomstick one. It's a good cover.
I thought you were holding it the right way the first time you had it up and it was upside down. I was like, is that like a show? Is that like a stripper homage, showgirl homage, or something?
No, a little limited. I like it. It's number 9. I got number 9 out of this one, so I'm happy. Those are a few of my favorites. Like I said, it's a character I like, and with the Archie horror stuff now, they keep putting out. They're good series, and like I said, we're getting a new series. So I'm sure they'll probably which one? I'm not sure. But like I said, the Carla covers are fantastic. I've been ordering all of the close up flat background DeCarlo covers that have been coming out in multiples. The foil actually are worse than the regular stock ones are very nice. The foil doesn't do them justice. It kind of dulls the color a bit. It's a little disappointing. All righty. Well, let's go to what we're reading. How about that? Let me remove that one. Get to that one. Jedi. Oh, we know Dom's not reading anything because he's not here this week. What'd you get into this week?
I had another one of those. I had another one of those watches, if you will, work shifts, where I had basically it's a phone watch just waiting for something to happen. There's another quiet watch, which I'm okay. I'm okay with quiet watches. Being bored, I'm okay with that. So I dug back and I reached back into that box of trades that I spoke about last week that I had, trade paperbacks, and I pulled out Snot Girl. I don't know who wrote it. I don't know anything. So when I'm first reading it, I didn't know if I was going to make it through. Not because I was short on time, was because I just didn't know if I was going to be able to get through. It's about a fashion blogger and all of her like non-relatable like lifestyle that everything is online and revolves around the shoes she's wearing and what kind of coffee you drink, and everything is like blogging and like it really took me probably the first 2 issues to kind of get a grip on, okay, just kind of orient myself as to how the writing style and how the writer was communicating the story to us, because it was done through a lot of like screenshots of what she's texting or whatever. But anyway, she has bad allergies. She goes to her doctor, and the doctor puts her on some experimental allergy medicine, which may or may not be causing her hallucinations of where she just like killed somebody in a restroom, and how she doesn't know if it's real and really happened, and all this other stuff happens to her. People just kind of either start getting hurt or having accidents around her. I do not have volume 2 of this, so I doubt I will keep reading it, to be honest with you, but it did get me through a shift when there wasn't a whole lot going on. So then yesterday I read the latest Thundar the Barbarian #4. All the issues up to this one, like 1 through 3, I think I mentioned last time I talked about Thundar during this segment, is it was kind of doing a Vampirella where it was just kind of jumping like back and forth in time. I didn't really know how all this was going to come together. So in issue 4, the end of issue 4, we kind of see how this is coming together, and now they're have to go back in time to that dreadful night or day when that comet or planet, or I think it was a planet, came too close to the Earth and caused all this mayhem and created the world they live in. So I don't know.
There was a question here about when the new Sabrina comes out. There is not an official release date, but it is coming out this fall. That and two new Archie titles from Oni Press.
So I don't know. I enjoy reading this. It's not a hard read, so it's just something to kind of read. Uh, it is a good read. I mean, it's an easy read. You don't have to like, you know, devote too many brain cells to it. But up till the end of this one, I didn't really know what was going on because you have Thundar as a slave, or he's a slave gladiator, and then you have Thundar where he's battling the mole men or whoever the hell he's fighting, and there were just timelines. And anyway, I
It's
never
tough because
really
the Dynamite stuff is very hit or miss. Like they either like they got all these new IPs. They put some like I enjoyed the Space Ghost stuff when it first came out. I kind of fell off of it, but I enjoyed it. But then some of the other stuff they put out, like the Thundercat stuff, was just not good. Johnny Quest stuff.
And I don't own this. This is the Beyond Barons cover that I chose for the slide, which is a cool cover. I like it. I don't own it, but I do think it's a good cover. It definitely his style. All right,
Yeah.
so finally, my adult read of the week is G Busters, which play on word, you know, G Spot and Ghostbusters. So
It's a lot of
kudos
cake
to
on
a
that
little
cover.
wordplay. So yeah, this one you get at the very beginning, and they don't really try to hide it, so I guess there's no legal thing against it. But basically, you have Marilyn Monroe's ghost dying in the Playboy Mansion because she can't take the stress of being a superstar and all the demands that has on her. So she commits suicide, or she commits. I don't know if I can say that, but who knows on YouTube. But she unlives herself, whatever the hell it is. But takes a lot of pills, and so now her ghost kind of haunts. But her ghost was also kind of combined with this demonic force that lives in the Playboy Mansion. Anyway, all that going on, and she's now some ghost demon, whatever. Then you have this girl that inherits the mansion from her aunt, who we later just find out has spent her lifetime trying to fight all the demons and ghosts and paranormal that's going on in the Playboy Mansion, only to at the very end have to unalive herself as part of the ritual to bottle up a lot of these paranormal activities. After she unalives herself, this girl inherits the mansion. She goes there to live all excited. She invites her friends over to a party. They start experiencing some of this paranormal. They go down to the basement and find this what's the guy Egon character?
Egon Spengler.
Yeah, mad scientist who's created all this paranormal, you know, the packs and the proton and the traps and all this stuff, you know, blatant ripoff of Ghostbusters. But he's been helping the aunt fight this paranormal activity. So they join in the fight. There's a lot of dumb dialogue, so they probably didn't even need to read.
Here's the big question, Jedi. When's the orgy in this book?
All right, so there is an orgy. It's very Joe's like, get to the point. There is
I just want to know about the orgies.
There is an orgy. It's very early on in the what I think is like in the front half of the book. So as I'm reading the book, I'm like, there is a lesbian orgy between those girls and some demonic ghost demons with like long serpent type tongues going all kind of places, if you know what I mean. There's that. So that was at the beginning of the book, almost not the very beginning, but it's kind of at the beginning of the book. So I'm thinking as I'm reading this, like, okay, we're getting it this early. We're in for quite a ride because there's got to be more coming. There wasn't any others in the entire book. Now I haven't read this came out like in 2024 or 2023. Number 2 came out last year. It's still listed in League of Comics as ongoing, so maybe there's going to be another one of these. I don't know. I haven't read 2 yet, so there's at least 2 of these. I only read 1.
Not if they can't lean into the orgies.
Yeah, I was very, and because of that, so there was a, I mean, it was a decent lesbian orgy, I guess, with the ghost. Because of that, I'm kind of torn between a one and a two. Because it was unique in that it was a lesbian orgy with ghost, I will make sure I got the right button here. I will give it a two on the Vanya scale. Could have been higher if they had leaned into it and gave me at least something else towards the end of the book. But there was nothing. You had it early on in the book, and then the rest of the book was just them fighting these paranormal spirits. Which, let's face it, that's not why people are reading this book. So I do think that they fell short. So you get a two on the Vanya scale for G Busters. Issue one. We don't know what goes on in issue two yet. So there you go.
Nice, nice. I did a little bit of reading this week, not much. I have stacks of books that I have to catch up on, so I did catch up on Bizarro Year Zero #1. So we're getting an interesting kind of origin of Bizarro. This get Kevin Smith working on this, so that's always fun. The art inside is absolutely fantastic. So basically, you have a scientist who had shot something into actually shot a newspaper, Daily Planet, into another dimension, and it never came back. And we find out that that landed somewhere, and you basically have Bizarro trying to create a Daily Planet. So he gets Jimmy Olsen to be the editor-in-chief, and that's kind of where it leaves off. It's an interesting, fun little story if you're a Bizarro fan and you just kind of like the weird side of DC. It's a fun little story. The Bizarro character is not as dumb as Bizarro normally is, which is kind of fun. And he's a bit of a character. So it's been a fun read. I'll stick with it and read it. And Hidden Springs, it was just one of the random Dark Horse, or indie books that I end up I get a lot of indies. I take flyers on indies just to see what's going on out there. I like a good monster cover. So I was like, I'll throw this on the pool. And it was a decent read. You have basically a bunch of people from a retirement home who are all, I haven't read Dead Men yet, but I want to. You have a bunch of people from a retirement home that are kind of old Hollywood, that are out on a nature walk. They're taken in a van out in a nature walk, and this big thing flies through the sky and crashes. And you find out that this little thing it's a monster, but it's a baby. And they have to get it to the ocean. They have to get it to the ocean, because if they don't, very, very bad things are going to happen if it falls into the wrong hands and gets it.
That's a baby.
So, that's the baby. So it was kind of fun little intro. The characters are well written. All the old people are kind of interesting and are kind of distinct in their characters. The art's fun. I like a fun little monster / alien story, and this is more of an alien, but it's an alien monster. So it's kind of fun. I'll keep reading it. Like I said, I just dig the monster covers. I'll buy it just for the monster covers. But it was a decent read as well. So that's what I read this week. Nothing overly exciting, but that's what I got. And then I guess Styx isn't here, so he didn't read anything. So I guess we're just gonna roll into to these lovely rhythms. All right, I got a recommendation for you this week. Fun, weird movie. I'm going with Magic. If you like ventriloquists and you like people that are a little crazy, maybe Magic is for you. You get Yeah, not only Burgess Meredith, but of course Anthony Hopkins stars in it, and you get Anne Margaret for God's sakes.
Maybe Burgess Meredith.
It is a.
You can't win.
Yeah, there's basically a guy who's kind of a stand-up comedian / magician who isn't really breaking through.
What year is this?
This was late 70s. So he takes his mentor's ventriloquist dummy, and he starts doing a show that becomes extremely, extremely popular. And he can't handle the success. So he escapes out to where he grew up, and he had dated Anne Margaret when he was younger and had a crush on Anne Margaret. He goes back there. She's married now, but he kind of rekindles a relationship with her.
Not the real Anne Margaret, not the character, not the character that Anne Margaret, right?
Yes. The character. Well,
Anne
Margaret is a character.
Sure. Anne Margaret is the character?
No, she is a character. She doesn't do any crazy Anne Margaret. She doesn't do crazy Anne Margaret dancing in this, but she's still
sure, because it could be a weird twist like that where they're like she actually dated Anne Margaret. Okay.
So right. What you kind of run into is you can't tell whether the ventriloquist dummy has a mind of his own or whether Anthony Hopkins is just crazy. And I don't want to ruin any of the fun.
A young Anthony Hopkins before,
that's the other reason it's kind of fun to watch, because number one, Anthony Hopkins never feels young. Like he looks like he's probably in his 40s in this, which I guess is a young Anthony Hopkins. But it's weird. I think he does a lot of his own ventriloquism in this as well, which is kind of fun.
Oh wow!
But he, and just really bad things ensue. Once he leaves after receiving all this popularity and just can't handle it and escapes, a lot of bad things happen. And I don't want to give anything away because it is a weird, interesting story. So that was my big watch this week that I enjoyed. Anthony Hopkins does do crazy well. And like I said, the cast is fun too. There's a lot of people you'll recognize in the cast. I had heard at one point they were thinking of remaking this movie as well. So it might be a good time to watch the original. That way, if they remake it, you can compare. So what did you get into this week?
So a couple of movies that I watched early on in the week that were, so actually this might have been late last week. I watched We Summon the Darkness, which was just kind of a stupid movie. I watched Let Us Pray, which was a pretty good movie. I think it was dubbed about this guy that gets captured or gets arrested and weird things start happening in the jail where he's at. Movies I watched this week, where I watched Oculus because I wanted to watch somebody put it in my head and they were wrong, and now that I think about it, probably corrected themselves during the Doctor Who show. I think it was Terry was saying that, what's her name? What's her name?
Karen Gillian?
Karen Gillian. Yeah, Karen Gillian had a nude scene in there, and she doesn't. So it must have been something else. But I think Terry corrected himself. But anyway, so I wanted to watch it because I never watched it. That movie ends horribly. Have you watched it?
I've never seen it.
It ends terribly. I mean, I
hate terrible endings.
I think it's good because it's kind of when a movie has a not happy ending, it's good because it leaves you like emotional, like what the fuck, which obviously that's a twist, right? Maybe that's what they were going for. They want you to have a feel like you want to walk out of the theater like, what the hell, dude? That did not end the way most good endings, good triumphs evil type of ending. This was like 2016 or something. So if they're going to do a sequel, God, I actually went and Googled. I was like, is there going to be a sequel to Oculus? And I don't think anything has been planned so far. I watched Mayhem, which is got the dude in it from Walking Dead. The guy that gets what's his name? Shoot, the Asian guy.
Why can't we remember his name?
I don't know. Well, I know why I can't remember his name. Normally, you can remember the names.
I know. Normally, I can. The guy from Invincible.
Yeah, the Invincible guy. Let me Google it.
Glenn.
Somebody in the chat will beat me to it.
Glenn from Walking Dead.
Stephen Yeun.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. This was a good movie, and it was recommended. One of the IG guys that I follow that gives me movie recommendations recommended this movie. It was a good movie. It was kind of a turn your brain off movie and just enjoy the ride. But it was a very it reminded me of, what's the movie that where the guy has to like electrocute himself and get all pumped up, and then he'll like go on like these like
Crank.
or something. Crank.
I love Crank movies. Crank movies.
It kind of reminded me of Crank in a way, just because of it was just once it got going, it went, and it was just a lot of fun. You kind of turn your brain off and just go with it, and it was a lot of fun. So I recommend that movie to anybody that wants to watch it. Then last night I watched Scream 7 because it dropped on Paramount, I think. God, that movie's irritating. I hate. Not that I'm a big Scream fan anyway.
I'm not a big Scream fan.
Yeah, and this one didn't even have what's her name in it.
Flanagan is good.
Wednesday. It didn't have Wednesday in it. So I don't know, just one stupid thing after another. It's one of those where I almost find myself rooting for the killer, rooting for the slasher, because they were just making one stupid mistake after another. Shoot him, the mom's saying you got to shoot him in the head, and the daughter's like, I don't think I can do that. I'm just going to step over him so he can like stab me with a knife because he's not really dead. Just head exploding.
Yeah.
But It was now a couple of movies that actually were recommended that I could not get through, and one of them you and JJ recommended last week, and I'd heard good things about it. I tried to watch Dust Bunnies.
You couldn't get through Dust Bunny? Dust Bunny was fantastic. I love Dust Bunny.
That movie is not. Maybe I was tired. Maybe I was just tired or something.
It just gets better and better as it goes on.
I got to where he was fighting For one, I'm not God, people are going to hate me when I say this because I'm probably the only one on this channel that feels this way. Renovision, I mean. I am not a big kung fu karate movie guy. And I got real like kung fu karate movie vibes from what I saw in like the first 20 minutes of this movie, where he was like fighting the dragon in the street, and then she fought. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another shot, but I don't know. I couldn't really get into it. Another one that was recommended by one of the IG guys is Satanic Hispanics, which is supposed to be kind of it's got the guy in it from the Hispanic guy from Napoleon Dynamite. He's in it, and he kind of tells like an anthology type of different stories. I may go back to that one. And then the other one was Azrael. I tried watching that last night. I couldn't get into it enough either to finish watching it. So those three movies, of those three movies, the one I may go back to actually is Satanic Hispanics to see if I can get through it, because I don't know, just because the guy from Napoleon Dynamite's in it. But that's it for the movies this week. I actually wrote them down.
Have you?
But yeah, Dust Bunnies. I don't know. I just couldn't deal. I did like Widow's Bay.
Yes,
it's not over yet, but I want to know where it's going. Where is this thing going?
It's so good. It is
good.
Because
now we went
by far one
from
of my favorites.
we kind of went from like this whole Salem's witch, Salem's Lot type of storyline to last one we jumped into like this slasher like story, which everybody except for that one girl is like idiots because they just don't believe that this is really happening. And she's like, I love it. It's a funny movie for those. Joe said this a couple times, dry humor. I love that she had the shotgun trained on the guy.
Oh yeah, the whole time, everywhere,
The whole time.
even
In
even
the
into the hospital.
ambulance, into the hospital, all the way to the crematorium. I thought
Yeah.
that was funny because that poor girl, no one believes her, and she's just like, bad
was,
things were happening to people because they didn't believe her. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else I watched. I gotta say, I'm gonna sound. People are gonna hate me for this too. I'll watch these IG videos where these people who know a hell of a lot more than Enter the Jedi. Yeah, I don't know. I knew that people were not gonna agree with me. I think everybody else on this channel like have all this in-depth karate movie knowledge, and I have zero because it's just never interested me. But oh god, I forgot what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Joe.
I did watch. There were two other movies that I did watch, which were somewhat interesting. I watched Demented, which was something. Let me tell you. This woman with an ample chest runs the movie opens to her in a very unfortunate situation with four men, which causes her to go to a mental institution. And then she's let out of the mental institution, picked up by her husband, and taken back home. Now, they fly through all of that really fast in the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes of the movie. And then she's home. So most of the movie is about her adjusting to being home. Now, she's been through a very traumatic experience, and she's having, some hallucinations. And her husband's an absolute piece of shit who's cheating on her. And he keeps leaving her home alone at night. So number one, she thinks people broke into the house, calls the police. Police are like, there's no sign of a break-in. So everyone thinks she's just crazy and she's seeing things. The husband continues to cheat and not come home in a reasonable time. And then these four teenage kids break into the house again. And she takes care of business. Let me just say, she takes care of business.
Picked the wrong house.
And she just kind of loses it. She kind of loses it and takes care of the intruders, and then takes care of the husband. It was a fun movie. The woman's voice, voice will drive you crazy a bit. But her ample bosoms will draw you in.
I was just say it's not Adrian Bardot that plays there, is it? Because that's kind of I'm getting Adrian Bardot, but which has an ample bosom.
The girl that's in this is a very attractive redhead, and it was just a very, very weird movie. I just wanted to watch a shitty slasher film from this era, and this was all right. I enjoyed this all the way through. I was excited to see where it went, and it was kind of fun. And I also watched
my train of thought again.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I was
just going to say that.
No, go.
No, I was just going to say before I lose my train of thought again. I know that doesn't bother you because you probably watch a lot of them. But a lot of these IG people that I watch, and I take my movie recommendations from them because they know movies that a lot of these movies that, aren't promoted, you don't, maybe you don't know about, or, there's these movies that come out just for Shudder or whatever. And so I'll go there and they're all like either subtitled or dubbed. And I just like, can I just find? God, it's gonna sound terrible when I say this. Can I just find some guy or gal that's gonna recommend me English
Hey,
movies?
Demented is not dubbed at all. Not a foreign movie. Perfectly on spot. Now, Nightmare Castle, on the other hand, interesting movie. Very interesting movie. You have number one, Barbara Steele's in this. So if you're an old school Dark Shadows fan, Barbara Steele plays two roles in this. She's in a loveless marriage with a weird kind of mad scientist who is having a relationship with his housekeeper the housekeeper has some horrible disease. So he wants to drain the blood from his wife to help cure the disease that the housekeeper has that he loves. And the Barbara Steele character, the wife, is the one who has the money. She has this huge castle and all the money's in her family. So he catches her having an affair with somebody and offs both of them. So to get the money, he then basically marries the sister, also played by Barbara Steele, as a blonde versus a brunette. And she's supposed to be a little loopy. So he marries her, brings her into the house, and brings a therapist into the house to help out. And eventually things get a little wacky. The sister starts to have nightmares of what happened to the sister, and she believes they're real. And then the ghost comes back of the sister and the married lover, and chaos ensues. It was a fun little, early 1960s horror film. And Barbara Steele,
I like the poster.
It's great.
The poster is very
Barbara Steele is great in both roles. It's worth it just to see her because she's a lot of fun. But it was.
So there's two. I just did a little research while I was listening to you talk. So two other things. Did you ever start watching Devil in Silver yet?
Yep. Yeah, I'm all caught up. Yeah.
That's getting pretty good. That's I mean, I think it's pretty good. I do say, because did you go back and watch the others? You don't need to, I don't think, but the others because like I said before, it's kind of an American Horror Stories type where you get every season's a different story of the terror.
I haven't gone back to watch the other ones yet. I figured I'd watch this one straight through first.
I think this is really these type of shows, and this may be what I end up doing with the other series as well, is they're not easily digestible. Meaning you can't, to me anyway, I can't binge them. Like I'll get it'll I just can't do it. So, but I think once a week is a good thing for a show like this. Like the new one drops every week. This one is really good. I'm really enjoying it. Another show that I keep seeing, I think it comes out tomorrow or Sunday, that I'm interested in because I don't really know much about. It's called but I see the trailers or the promos. Is Vampire Lestat? How do you say it? It's on.
That's the on AMC.
It's either on AMC or Shudder. Yeah, AMC.
Yeah, it's something. I mean, I watched the first season.
Oh, there's 2 seasons of it? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I got to catch up then. I thought it was a new
Bruce
one.
is Bruce really loves that show. I'm not saying that in a joking manner. He's a big fan of that show.
Okay. All right.
It's it's an Anne Rice thing. So if you're into that,
is it like a True Blood type story?
No, I mean, you saw Interview with the Vampire. You saw Interview with the Vampire, right?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the Lestat.
Oh, so it's like just a series based. It's a series based
Yep.
on that.
Yep.
Book
Yeah,
or
it's all based on Anne Rice stuff.
Oh, I don't know then. I don't know. I mean, I saw the movie. I'm not gonna say I was a big fan of Interview with the Vampire. All right. Oh wow, 3rd season.
Oh, and I have been watching the worst television show ever created. I don't know why I watch it. I only watch it because I've watched all the seasons so far, so I feel obligated to finish it. From
I stopped watching that. Yeah.
I much like Lost, it's a show that goes nowhere. It's a show that answers no questions, but decides to give you 3 more every single week.
JJ likes
From it's not good, JJ. It's not good. It doesn't answer any questions ever. In all the seasons, it doesn't really answer anything. It just makes more questions. And to this point, I'm just a little frustrated. I want some forward progression. I don't feel I've gotten decent forward progression. And truthfully, I think, all of the characters in the show. So I'm at that point where it's like, it's a type of show where a lot of characters can die. And I don't care. I don't care about any of the characters enough to care if any of them die. So it does hold your attention. It does hold your attention, but in a way that's aggravating. You just want something. You want a little kernel of something to move forward. And it just feels like it's just there. It's just in that circle of fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. And it just drives me crazy. I've been watching that Tatiana Maslany show as well on Apple, Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed, which is decent. It's a pretty decent show. Again, it's another one of those shows where I dislike a lot of the characters in it, but I enjoy where the story's going. It pulled me in enough to keep watching it. There's just not a ton of stuff right now. I know there's stuff that's going to be coming very soon. But
is it later this month? I saw the date, now I can't remember it. It's either later this month or early next month. We're getting season 3 of Silo.
Mm-hmm. I saw there was a trailer up for that. We should be getting Reacher soon too.
Oh, no Reacher. Okay. So good things. We're just kind of in a little bit of a lull right now where I'm having to scrape the bottom of the barrel, some of the stuff to watch. But,
like I said, Widow's Bay has been.
I still watch that.
Widow's Bay has been my favorite thing that I've watched in years. It is literally the
better than The Chair.
Blend. I love The Chair Company. I love The Chair Company. The Chair Company. I laughed so hard watching The Chair Company.
I haven't watched that show.
Oh my God. The episodes just get more bizarre and better as it goes on.
It drives me crazy. I just can't do it. That guy will just not let anything go, and it just drives me nuts. But yeah. We'll see. See what else. That's it, man. That's all I'm watching. That's all I've watched. We'll see what next week brings.
Like I said, if you don't have Apple TV, Widow's Bay is a good excuse to either get it.
It is good
to get Apple TV to watch it.
Well, then you got Silo coming in a couple of weeks, so that's another good reason. Forget what else is on Apple.
It was definitely worthwhile. I don't know. Other than that, I haven't watched haven't been too many movies that have been catching my eye this week. Even like I'm fine watching shit movies. I have no problem watching shit movies. There weren't even really shit movies that really caught my attention.
Yeah, I know.
Although I did send you a link to that movie that I told you had the best ending credits ever that I've ever seen.
You did, and I did not watch that because
it's not really worth watching the movie. Yeah. Although the lead actress has some nice middle-aged breasts. They don't come out, but she's wearing a negligee at one point, and they're ample mid-40s breasts. But
we had I think BK asked earlier in the chat if anybody had watched the He-Man Master of the Universe. I have not. I probably won't watch that, at least not anytime soon, because my movie buddy, my son, is about to go on some travel, so I won't be watching that. I've heard good things though. I guess pretty cool popcorn buckets I've seen.
There's a lot of popcorn buckets out. I still don't understand that IMAX one for the Odyssey. I understand it's filmed IMAX, but
jury's out on the Odyssey whether or not I'm going to go see that or not, and not for probably the reason a lot of people think. That's a long movie. Like it's somewhere. I think I couldn't even find where anybody could tell me how long that movie is yet. So I don't even know if they're done editing it or whatever, but somewhere between 2.5 and 3 hours. And I just don't know if I got that in me. I'm gonna have to wait on that one too.
I love this. I love the story of the Odyssey, but again, if I just watched a while ago The Return with Ray Fiennes, and that's your second half of that story of him coming home, and that movie was fantastic. So I'm like, that was the part I found interesting. I don't know if I want to watch. I want to watch anything else. I don't know if I want to sit through all that.
Rise and Fall of Reggie Jenkins. Is that the guy? Is that the Tracy Morgan show? Is that? I'm thinking of something else.
Is that the one where he's the
football player?
The football player?
Yeah. Is that it? Yeah. I think I started watching that, and then I just kind of. Tracy Morgan's another guy that you gotta be in the right frame. You just gotta be in the right mood to watch him.
I love me some Tracy Morgan. But I just I don't know. It kind of appealed to me, and I was kind of like, kind of fell off it. This is the movie I was telling you about that has by far if you want to watch the movie, good on you. You don't have to. Just fast forward it to the ending credits. And just watch the 5 minutes of ending credits.
You won't know why it's happening, but just enjoy that it's happening.
Just enjoy that somebody went all in. That's all I have to say is that actor went all in for those closing credits. And I couldn't stop watching. I was like, is it just still going to keep going? Still going to keep going? And it just did. It was quite interesting.
Yeah, BK, this is the controversy surrounding the show. I'm not going to get in on that because from what I read, nobody can actually tell me who he's playing in the movie, whether it's Achilles or Achilles' ghost or somebody else. So I'm going to refrain from, but yeah, this is definitely the controversy or what people are talking about, the Odyssey.
I enjoy the story of the Odyssey. I don't know. I don't think I'll probably go to the theater to see it. I will watch it when it becomes free.
I'm scared how long it is because no one can tell me how long it is.
That's another reason.
3.5 hours?
Well, that's also another reason why I'll wait till it's free, like I do for all my movies.
But I get a pause button.
Yeah, I'm an old man. I have a large prostate. I have to piss a lot. I can't sit in the theater for 3.5
But
hours.
the popcorn bucket made no sense. It did. It didn't make no sense.
No. Wasn't even
You
fun.
could do that for any movie that comes out. You just slap their name on the recorder, whatever that thing is. The
big IMAX camera. Yeah.
The IMAX camera.
The He-Man buckets look nice.
He-Man has some good buckets. They're not. I guess one of them looked like it could hold a good amount of popcorn. But they're just basically they're just collectors.
They're toys. You go there and get a toy.
Toys, statues, keepsakes.
It's your Happy Meal toy for going to the movies.
Yeah, your $70 Happy Meal toy. Yeah.
Like I said, it takes a lot to drag me. I haven't been to a movie in years because I just like the theater experience. I just can't do it, especially around me. I gotta drive a half hour, 45 minutes to even get to a theater, and then I gotta sit through all that bullshit and deal with people. That just ain't for me. I'd rather sit on my couch and watch it comfortably. I got a nice 80-inch TV. I can watch a nice movie in the comfort of my own home. Yeah, I want to see Supergirl. I do. I don't care about any of the bullshit hype or whatever. I'm not going to see it in the theater. It's definitely a movie I can wait.
I'll probably end up. I don't know if I'll see it on opening weekend. I'll probably go see it. Yeah, I'm not too, whatever controversy. There's always some controversy seeming to surround every movie that comes out anymore. So I think this one people are saying that they're trying to get ahead. The movie may not be good, so they're trying to get ahead of it by saying we're not ready for a strong female, protagonist or
I
whatever.
it
I just
seems like
like
there's
Sigourney
bullshit that
Weaver,
comes out before everything.
Ripley.
Yeah.
Like I think we're good with it.
And people just seem to want to stir up shit before all these movies. I just don't really care. One thing I wish more than anything, I just wish they wouldn't put actors on press tours before movies.
Yeah.
Because they're doing 30, 50, 100 little fucking press tours, junkets here and there, all this little bullshit. There's going to be clips taken and shit like that that's going to rile up somebody. It's like, just stop doing it. Just put out the fucking movie. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, it's not.
What I don't, and I think there's plenty of blame to go around, but the actors get a lot of the blame for not being able to keep their mouth shut. But I think a lot of it too is we live in a world now where everybody wants the hot clip. So you have reporters that are asking these questions that reporters probably 25 years ago wouldn't ask. They'll ask all these social pointed questions or politically pointed questions, and it just seems like reporters last week doing these reporters 25 years ago that do these fluff pieces about an outgoing movie, they don't ask those they want their clickbait. The reporters 25 years ago wouldn't ask those kind of questions and kind of strong arm the actor or actress to have to take a side.
And I don't care if Millie Alcock has ever read a comic book. I don't really give a shit if she's ever seen a comic book. I don't really give a shit. It has no. They're an actor. They're not Supergirl. They're not a superhero crime fighter. They're an actor playing a role, just like I'm sure Kevin Spacey wasn't a serial killer before Seven, and study. It is what it is. An actor's going to go in. The movie's either going to be good or bad. Just roll with
it. If I can help it, I don't watch trailers anymore. I don't watch promo pieces anymore. I don't watch these little press clips where these actors are on so and so show or they're doing this podcast. I don't watch it because I just try to avoid all that drama.
I watch teaser trailers because normally teaser trailers come out so early before the actual movie ends up dropping that I watch the teaser trailer because I'll forget about it by the time the movie actually comes out. But other than that, I just don't care. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm either going to like it or
they all have an agenda when they do
really,
these, JJ.
I don't really care what anyone else likes it, didn't like it, whatever. If I'm entertained, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. like I said, I'm 100% sure that I'm going to go see Supergirl in the theaters because me and my son are going to go see it because, I'm not going to, we go see, me and my son go out, we do dinner. We do movie and a dinner, and it's just father-son time, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I'm going to do that. Even if it's a movie I don't really want to see, a lot of times I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go see this. He-Man, I'm going to go see eventually. The Odyssey, I don't know. It's just the length of that movie. If it's under 2 hours.
It will not be under 2 hours.
It won't be under 2 hours. It won't be under 2 hours. If it's under
like
2.5 hours,
it's a story
maybe.
I love, and I want to see it. I just don't want to sit in the theater that long for it.
And I want to know more about it too. I do think that, it's just I'll let them tell me the story, I guess. If Elliot is playing Achilles, then I'm going to be like, from Brad Pitt to Elliot, I'm going to be like, what the hell? But then I talked to my son about it. He goes, well, there is a version of the Odyssey where it's more, so on and so forth, where it fits the story and I'm like, okay, all right. Try to keep an open mind, but
I'll roll with it and watch it when it's free for me to watch. But yeah, I ain't sitting in the theater for 3.5 hours.
Not for 3.5. And if it's 2.5, I just won't drink anything all day and I'll just go watch it. Try to avoid popcorn. That was my problem with Mandalorian, is I ate that damn popcorn, and I was
too thirsty.
I was regretting eating all that popcorn for like 3 days after the movie. I was like, my wife's like, "How come you're not eating?" I'm like, "I'm just not hungry."
Yeah.
I got like, I got rid of all the popcorn that I ate yet. It's still in there. I gotta
just expanded.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I can't do it. It's too much for me to sit there for too long.
Did you see? We're gonna pump up the show here in a little bit, but I had to make a comment on Matt's Absolute Geek IG, because they're they took a little Star Wars I'm sorry, JJ. They took a little Star Wars slant on their thumbnail, like, is WWE doesn't care about the fans. I was like, careful, man. Careful. Star Wars show is gonna get mad at you. Like, you're sounding like a Star Wars fan right now. Which I guess
gonna get
Dom on there.
A sternly worded misspelled memo from Marco.
Well, with Dom on the show, it like makes complete sense, because Dom's like, Star Wars hates the fans. I'm like, well, now WWE hates them too, motherfucker. So Dom's right at home in that environment. So, yeah, I thought that was so funny when I saw it. Like, does WWE really care about the fans? I was like, wait a minute. This sounds like a Tales from the Dark Side. No.
Oh man.
Oh, JJ. Sorry, JJ.
Well, speaking of those kids, if you haven't subbed up yet, please sub up to Renovision. Sub up to Kingdom of Nerds, Bruce's channel, where he has tons of comic content going up on a regular basis. Sub up to Styx Boy, where he does his Who review, where we do a little watch along of some Doctor Who. I'm guessing we'll be doing Tuesday this week, because I couldn't make it this past week, and I know Jedi was out this past week, so I think it got pushed to next Tuesday. So we'll be there. Then you can join Styx and Matt and Dom on their Off the Mat Wrestling show on Absolute Geek Podcast and Styx's channel. And as always on Renovision, you can catch CBSI Hot 10 Fridays, dropped sometime between 9 and 11. I don't know when Pete drops it anymore. We're on, so I never know when he drops it. We're always on at 9:30. We're gonna have a few days off come summertime, but for right now, we're always on Fridays at 9:30. I'm guessing maybe there's an SNS tomorrow, maybe there's not. I don't know. I know Styx is up in the Niagara Falls area, but maybe Sam and Matt will be doing one tomorrow. And Sunday, you can catch a little Tales from the Dark Side, where you can catch all your Star Wars news. And Wednesdays, you can watch the boys roll out the tax show with JJ and, or is that right? Well, I think JJ was on last week. I'm not sure who was on last week. I know Marco and Dub are always there. Bruce sometimes, but I think JJ might have popped in last week. So watch it. It's good stuff. So other than that, Tyson has not heard that there won't be an SNS. So hopefully there will be. I just don't know how you can bring the Thunder without Styx being there. He livens up the room, let me tell you. He's a wild, crazy guy.
The CEO Pete was on did some interview show last. Oops, sorry.
Oh yeah, he did.
He did some interview show last Saturday.
Yeah, I think so.
Where he talked for like 2 hours with I think it's called Origins of a Comic Channel or something. Comic Channel.
And again, did we have somebody go on a show and not promote us?
No. Pete brought the facts. It was a good watch. I actually watched. It was like 2 hours. I didn't watch all of it, but I think I probably watched 3/4 of it. It was good. Kind of talk about how Pete puts things together and how this really is kind of a very unique channel in a way that it has a channel. It's one channel with a stable of content creators that, you know, Pete's like, I don't know what those guys are doing. As long as they don't get us in trouble, they can do whatever they want.
As long as we don't get any
talked a little
copyright
bit about how
strikes
the shows kind of, you know, the origins of the shows and how the Friday night show, our show came to be, and et cetera, and of course the guys on Saturday and too. So, and Star Wars, I guess, was like the original, I guess, live show on Renovision. So, good, a little bit of a history lesson from the origins of Renovision. It was good. I enjoyed it.
It's fun. Pete always pops out there and does one of those every now and then.
I want to do an interview. How come nobody ever wants to interview me? The guy said, he goes, the guy, I don't know, Bruce knows the guy, but the guy said, he's like, yeah, I popped on to the show on Friday, and I didn't know any of those guys. And I was like, all right. I was like, yeah, nobody ever asked me to do any interviews. I want to do an interview, but it would probably be boring anyway. But
I try to get out of being on shows as much as possible when I'm asked. This is the only one I consistently will be doing. So, all righty, well, kids, stay out of the heat this weekend. I know it's a hot one here. It's in the 90s here, and I get to go up on the roof tomorrow, so that'll be fun. So if you don't hear from me next week, that means my time on the roof was unsuccessful.
You had a heat stroke and fell off the roof.
Yeah. So I guess until then, yeah, we appreciate you all hanging out. We try to be the top show. That's the fun part about Ren, because we're all kind of our separate shows. There's a healthy competitive spirit amongst the shows, except the Star Wars show. There's not much of a competitive spirit there anymore. So
yeah,
we want them. We want the competitive spirit from all the shows. It's fun. Little healthy ribbing every now and then makes everybody better internally.
Oh yeah.
So until next week, I guess we're out. I'll find something. For next week. I don't know what it'll be, but I'll find something. So take care, everyone.
Bitches leave.
The qualified. The qualified.